How's it going, everyone? A little while ago, after the announcement of the PlayStation 5 Pro, I had done a video talking about the PlayStation 5 disk drive selling out at a lot of spots. Obviously, the PS5 Pro, as widely known, does not include a disk drive as a $700 console. It's a fair bit concerning, but Sony gonna be Sony and nickel and dime you every which way you go. That is just the Sony MO these days. But there was a lot of talk about the PlayStation 5 Pro not being a console a lot of people were gonna pick up, and it suffering from a sales standpoint because of the $700 price tag, the lack of a disk drive. But the disk drive was selling out when I did that video, and that has continued to ramp up. And now it is sold out everywhere. When I initially did that video, it was sold out at Best Buy and it was a top seller on Amazon. Now looking at it, it is sold out on Amazon, it is sold out at Best Buy, it is sold out at PlayStation Direct as well. Seemingly every spot where you could buy it, unless you go into a store and buy it for yourself, it is sold out. Now initially, I do not think it was scalpers buying up the PlayStation 5 disk drive. I just don't think that was the case in terms of large quantities of scalpers buying it, because if an item is deemed to be something that scalpers are gonna be all over, generally speaking, it doesn't just go out of stock in one area and then it remains in stock for a while. What I think happened is the initial wave of sales prior to me making the first video of it being on sale at Best Buy, it was a little bit of scalping, but it was a lot of people that already had their minds made up of picking up the PlayStation 5 Pro, and they were picking up the disc drive as well. After that, and after that information started circulating, I think then more scalpers got involved and it was bought up everywhere. Because if you look at eBay now, yeah, the PS5 Pro disc drive is listed for $150, $110, $105, $115. $175, $123, $130. Do keep in mind that the PS5 disc drive is typically $79.99, but it is now sold out everywhere. I do also believe that this is a sign that the PlayStation 5 Pro is going to sell very, very well. I also believe that the PS5 Pro, because it's not going to be this product with incredible quantities made, because we already know that Sony, in their mind, probably knows, you would have to think, based on past being the Prologue and PlayStation 4 Pro making up about 15% of the install base for the PlayStation 4, that the PlayStation 5 Pro, they're probably going to allocate that many units. But given that scalping, I feel these days, is even bigger than it was back in 2016 with the release of the PS4 Pro, I do feel like there is going to be some scalper involvement when it comes to the PS5 Pro. I might be wrong, but if you guys have interest in picking up this console, I get it. There is this audience of people online that are talking about the console being overpriced, that are talking about the $700 console, the $700 price point. I am not here to argue you on that. If you think the console is overpriced, great, have at it. You are entitled to your own opinion, and I may even agree with you. I personally think that a $700 console, not including the disc drive, is ridiculous. I am not trying to cover that in this video. What I am saying is, I think there are not going to be a lot of quantity in terms of this console being manufactured. And what I do believe is, yes, amidst the people completely crapping all over this console, the people talking about this console being overpriced, I truly 100% believe that there are enough. In fact, I believe that there are more than enough people that are excited for this console and that want to pay $700 for this console, that this console is going to immediately sell out. And there's a reason why that PlayStation Direct is going to be opening up pre-orders first. Obviously, to funnel all the money to Sony directly, but I do think that is their way to mitigate the initial scalping and to let people that want to buy a console get the console. But I truly believe that, I get it. I see the social media posts, guys. I reinstalled X on my phone recently, and I think that may have been one of the worst decisions of all time. But I saw the tweet where somebody responded to somebody else talking about how they pre-ordered the PS5 Pro, and then they said, "You're a part of the problem," which, you know what? I'm not here to argue with that, but that person also talked about how they were upgrading their iPhone. So take that for what you will. I know some of you guys on social media on X saw that tweet, because the initial tweet got like 100, or it didn't get 100,000 likes, but it got a lot of likes and it was circulating quite a lot. But it's just like, yo, I am not here to argue with you right now on whether or not the console is overpriced. What I am going to say is if you have a vested interest in this console, I wouldn't be in the mindset of thinking that this console is going to be readily available, at least initially. I personally don't believe it is. Can I be wrong? Absolutely. I've been wrong about a lot of things in the past, but I believe on the factor that this console knows its target audience, and because it's not like they're gonna manufacture tons and tons of units, I believe it's gonna be sold out everywhere, and I truly believe after pre-orders open up, and especially if Sony's smart and decides to do that state of play on September 24th, or September 23rd, like right before pre-orders open up, and you actually reveal a first-party title that people are excited for, and build some momentum as far as the PlayStation brand, I truly believe that the PS5 Pro is gonna sell out day one, and it's gonna do very, very healthy numbers. I am just telling you guys that if you do want the console, don't be of the mindset of, oh, it's gonna be in stock regularly. If you have the mindset that you're okay with your regular PlayStation 5, that's great. What I'm offering to the people that do want a PS5 Pro that are gonna drop the $700 is, you know, maybe not wait until past September 26th, because reading the tea leaves, I just think there's enough people that are interested in this console. Whether they're getting ripped off, whether it's a good value, not arguing with you on that right now. What I do believe is that there's more than enough people that are going to buy this console, and it's going to be very, very interesting to see the performance data when this console actually drops. I think, you know, a lot of the goofy $700 to $800 PC builds, look, as somebody that PC games a lot, $700 to $800 PCs can absolutely exist, but whenever a new console comes out, you have to remember that from a hardware standpoint, the value of that console is at the highest right when the console drops, because the hardware is, at least as far as a console goes, the most modern at that point. If you wait 2 years, yeah, the value is going to drop on the PS5 Pro, but most people picking up a Pro, they're probably trying to pick it up right away. But the issue with the PlayStation 5 Pro, and I've said this over and over again, from an optics standpoint, the PlayStation 5 Pro being a thing with no software to go along with it. Software is what in the past, and what still presently, I feel truly sells people on a console, and the PS5 just doesn't have the software that previous generation of consoles had, and I would say this generation from a software standpoint has been pretty terrible. It's just that Sony is in a very, very advantageous position where their competition, their immediate competition in Xbox, isn't doing much better in terms of software output, so they're chilling, they're straight chilling, and they can do whatever the hell they want. At some point, the software lineup does have to ramp up. You know, actually, really, it doesn't unless Microsoft really ramps up their software catalog, and I do believe, fingers crossed, that next year you see the release of Avowed, you see the release of Fable, hopefully you see the release of Gears of War E-Day. If you have 3 games at that level all coming out next year on Xbox, okay, then we're cooking, but right now, PlayStation is just getting away with no software and dropping garbage like Concord. Thankfully, Astrobot was really good. Hopefully, 2025 will be a reemergence of titles like a Tsushima, maybe a new title from Bluepoint, these top-tier studios. Like, what is Ben's studio working on? We still don't know, and it's been 5 years, damn near 6 years if it comes out next year. April of 2019 is what Days Gone. We need software to go along with the Pro, but I do believe if you're interested in the Pro, you should be mindful. September 26th, have that date marked and pick it up immediately, and I do believe it's going to get relisted fairly quickly. I think the disk drive ultimately, I don't know if this is an item that's worth scalping. I think by the time the Pro comes out, there's going to be enough people that are just going to be good going all digital that the disk drive, I feel like, has been overbought at this point, and you know, I just don't think that level of interest is going to be there. And I do see this coming down in price as far as interest in getting the disk drive. But the Pro itself, I do think there's a chance that it's going to get scalped up. So that's my 2 cents on that. And remember, you pre-order it on PlayStation Direct on September 26th. You can always cancel the pre-order down the line. So yeah, that option is open to you as well. But that's going to do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.